welcome to the very first episode of my podcast. Yay! This podcast is about how I got my degree without starting over my ETEEAP journey. So let me introduce myself. I'm Joan, and I created this space to talk about my digital life, working from home, going back to school as an adult, and then diving deep into personal growth and breathing through it all. Yeah. So basically, I've worked from home for about 2000, sorry, for about 15 years already as a digital marketer and project manager. And I went back to school. I got my degree via ETF, which we will talk about more later. And currently, I am pursuing my master's degree. All right. Today, I want to share something close to my heart. So, how I earned my college degree without starting over. Yep, thanks to a program called ETEEAP. So, Question. I'm pretty sure you're going to ask, what is ETF? So, for those who don't know, ETF stands for Expanded Tertiary Education Equivalency and Accreditation Program. So, it's a program by CHED here in the Philippines that lets working adults like me earn a college degree based on what we have already know and what we have done through our work experiences. So, if you're at least 25 years old and have 5 or more years of work experience, then this is for you. So, this means that you don't need to go back to the first year, that it recognizes your experiences, your portfolio, skills, and even your travels. Yes, your travels, it's included. Because as what my our dean said, that our travels changes our perceptions in life. Yeah, and I completely agree with that. Now, this is perfect for OFWs, freelancers like me, and other professionals who couldn't finish school. So, why did I choose ETL? So, like I've mentioned before, I've been working online since 2010 and doing digital marketing, project management, and virtual assistance. So, for the longest time, I didn't have a college diploma. So, I thought at first that it didn't matter. I'm pretty sure some of you think that as well. But later on, I realized I wanted to finish what I started, not just for my career goals really, but for my own peace of mind. It's always been a dream for me, to go to college and all that. And then yeah, so I did my research because I really wanted to go to college, but I don't want to start from square one. So my story is I already started. I started my college degree before, but I wasn't able to finish it. So I'm looking for a way to, get that college diploma, but not go back to the first year because I've already earned a lot of subject credits and all. So I did my research and I found out about ETEAP, and I really felt that it was made for people like me. So yeah, I went ahead and I submitted my requirements. So what are the requirements? I prepared first my resume, a detailed resume, certificates of employment, a portfolio of my work. That's super super important. Government IDs, my PSA birth certificate. If you weren't able to go to college and finish only high school, prepare your high school diploma. Or if you went to college already, prepare your transcript as well. And any training, I also prepared training certifications that I had, like Google Ads, digital marketing certification, and all that. Now, some schools would ask for company endorsement and clearance. Luckily, the school that I enrolled in did not. They just needed like my job descriptions, and yeah, so that was really, it was a breeze for me. Now, on my next podcast, I will talk about the requirements in depth, right? So now, I've when I was preparing my requirements, it actually felt like I was building a time capsule of my career. Looking back at everything I've done, it was really actually healing for me. Now, the process, this is just a quick walkthrough. Now, once I submitted everything via email, they replied, the school that I applied to replied and asked me, then sent me a bunch of instructions and asked me to answer an essay. I think, yeah, it was an essay. And then, and the questionnaire, they also asked me to answer a questionnaire. And then once I submitted those, they then emailed again and said that I got in, and that, yeah, and then they asked me to log into their portal and enroll. And then once I have that, they sent me the schedule of classes, and yeah, it was really really easy. And so and then the classes was purely online, so it did not interrupt my, or it did not interrupt my working hours and all that. And it was every Saturdays and Sundays, so I was really free. Although it took up all my weekends for 6 months, I only studied for 6 months. And then after before the on the last month, we had our oral revalida and comprehensive exam. It's not easy, but if you worked hard, you can pass, really. And then your professors, your advisors will really really help you on this one. And then yeah, then came the moment I graduated, and it really really felt like a huge win. So that was really good thing. So now, some people have asked me several questions about, like, can OFW apply? And yes, definitely. I had classmates who worked in Dubai, in Ireland, all over, all over the world, really. In the, yeah, another question I got is that, do you have to go to school? Not in the traditional sense. It's like I said, it's online, purely online. Another question that I usually get is, how long does it take? So, like I said, it mine was around 6 months. So, and then what course can you take? Now, this is usually related to your work. So that's the course that, thankfully, mine is marketing. So it's really related to my work. So now, so if you're listening and wondering if your experience is enough, I just want to say it is. It really is. You've learned so much from life already. And ETF just gives you the recognition you deserve. So, yeah, I hope you learned from this very first episode of my podcast. And thanks for tuning in to my first ever episode. Yay! So, if you have any questions or just want to chat about ETEEAP, you can find me on my social media, at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or even YouTube. And don't forget to follow my blog. I'll write more content about it up there. Okay, so see you next time, and thank you.